I know this is something that I don't really do regularly, but Sea of Thieves just released their fifth podcast, and in it they brought up some interesting points, and one of which was the potential addition to Hitscan in the game.
But moving past those almost like small experiments and trying to identify key bugs in the system, one of the next steps that we're looking internally to very much focus our testing time on is a fundamental change to gunplay behind the scenes. And that is shifting ranged weapons from a projectile-based system over to something called Hitscan.
Now, what is Hitscan? Hitscan is instant, so there's no delay between you shooting your weapon and the bullet hitting the first object or character it comes into contact with. Essentially, it acts like a laser. Hitscan weapons are considered to be pretty overpowered, so most games combat them by adding bullet spread and damage fall off. This can be seen in a game such as Valorant, where all its guns are considered hitscan, but again it uses balancing methods of bullet spread and damage fall off to give a more realistic approach in combat. Now the difference is projectile, which treats your bullets as physical objects, so the game's engine has to take into account distance, gravity, the target's movement, among other factors. So instead of it being instant, you'll have to lead your shots or predict your opponent's movement to hit them, and this is what Sea of Thieves uses right now. Then you have games that have a mix of both. This can be seen in a game such as Overwatch, where some heroes like Bastion, Tracer, or Soldier 76 use hitscan, but others like Hanzo, Pharah, and Junkrat use projectiles, and this is what Sea of Thieves will likely be if hitscan is added, where the weapons have hitscan, but cannons and throwables act like projectiles. So what does hitscan mean for Sea of Thieves? Well, for one, it has the best chance of fixing the hit reg issues the game currently has. As of now, Sea of Thieves does have a hitscan weapon, the harpoon, and when fired directly at an object it never misses, so we could relate that to what weapons will become. Now they also brought up the point of balancing in Sea of Thieves. In the other games that I mentioned, there's a theme, in which they're team games of 5v5 and 6v6, and in Sea of Thieves you can't always guarantee the galleon versus galleon or the sloop versus sloop fight, especially now since they switched up the amount of ships that you can have on the server. So with that in mind, would having 4 people in a galleon against a solo sloop with hitscan be too overpowered for Sea of Thieves? But what do you think? Would this be a good addition to Sea of Thieves? Let me know down in the comments, and with that, I'll see you in the next one.